So he's coming on right now. So those of you guys that are new here and those of you guys that have been joining us, we kind of opened the first 15 minutes of this while we're kind of transitioning into our virtual adventure now as like a social time. And we're gonna kind of also have that on the back end of this meeting as well as a social time for you guys to ask Josh, the host, more questions, or for you guys to just socialize with each other. But now that our host is on here, Jerry, if you have anything else to say, if you want to kind of go and talk about Otter, the closed captions, that would be awesome, and tell everybody how to access those.
I can do that. So I'm seeing that we have a lot of new people today. And like Sarah said, we're really trying to open this up because what we're finding is the connectedness, that everybody's just yearning for connectedness. So 15 minutes prior to each virtual adventure that we have, you know, it's kind of a time for us just to get caught up. A lot of us know each other and kind of see what's going on in our world before we turn it over to our host. But again, for those that need assistance with closed captioning, up in the left-hand corner of your screen, you'll see a live button. If you click the tab to the right where it says Otter Live Notes, a separate window will come up on the right-hand side of your computer, and it will actually give you live closed captioning. So if it's difficult for you to hear, you can actually kind of read if that assists as well. But with that, we love having everybody here. These are great. Last week we had a live tour of a Japanese garden outside of Tokyo, Japan, and that was absolutely wonderful. And then another organization that provides adventures is virtual photo walks. And I toured on Saturday the 9th largest, oh, what was it, Sarah? I just lost my train of thought.
The Buddha, the resting Buddha.
The Buddha.
Wow.
The 9th largest resting Buddha in the world. And it's just phenomenal to see all this gold you know, display, and it was quite amazing. So there's a lot of stuff out there that's going on, but I won't keep us from getting involved with our activity today. So Sarah.
Awesome. So I'm just going to introduce Josh Schueller, and I'm going to spotlight his video, and he's just going to talk to us all about AxioBionics and the wearable therapy products that they designed. So I'm going to get you spotlighted now. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and we can get on started.
All right. My name is Josh Schueller, as was just introduced by Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, very much for allowing us today to come on board with you guys and kind of just present AxioBionics and what we have to offer and what we're all about. First of all, I've learned a little bit about your guys' organization through Sarah with the adventures that you guys do, and wow, just completely blown away by it as far as all the cool things you guys are doing, all the cool things that Sarah is organizing and has in the future for you guys. It's pretty amazing overall. AxioBionics is not as cool as a virtual visit to Buddha or the Great China or anything like that, but we do offer kind of a cool, unique option for people who suffer from disabilities. So we came about 20 years ago, as some of you guys who might be my age might remember Christopher Reeves, who was Superman and had a spinal cord injury. He was one of the first ones to use our wearable therapy. And our wearable therapy is custom-made electrical stimulation for any part of the body that you may need for pain, spasms, to prevent atrophy, increase circulation and range of motion, on any part of the body. It's custom made. As some of you may have had experiences with eStim before, electrical stimulation on your muscles, this takes away the problems of the sticky electrodes and is a gel-based electrode that is built directly into the garment. And we'll take a look at it here in a second. And what this does, it allows everybody to get the benefits of therapy throughout the day, whether it's 1 hour a day up to 12 to 15 hours a day. You get the benefits of the therapy inside your own home, independent of anything else. So Philip, who's the owner and founder, he has been doing this for 20 years, and now he has just been doing it by word of mouth, and we keep hearing from everybody that we talk to and see is, why haven't we heard of you guys before? What is the deal? Why haven't we heard of you? And so now we've been reaching out to different organizations and groups in an attempt to educate people on a different way of doing rehab. You know, the traditional therapy, physical occupational therapy has been great. I am a physical therapist. I've been a physical therapist for 18 years. So I know the benefits of physical therapy in the treatment. I also know the limitations and problems with traditional therapy. Number one thing is time. You know, for people that go to outpatient physical therapy or rehab, or even inpatient where it's almost daily, you're only getting about maybe 5-6 hours of rehab per week. Our products offer the ability for 5 to 6, 10 to 12 hours of rehab per day. So think about the benefits of that. And you can do it while you're sitting, while you're sleeping. We've had people do it while you're laying down. Anywhere, anytime, any place is kind of our motto with it. We have people who travel, who take the product with them, you know, in the home, on the road, at the neighbor's house. If you're seeing a relative, wherever you want to do it at, you can do it. It uses electrical stimulation, like I said, the EMS, so it works for contracting the muscle. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have pain that you deal with and spasms that you just can't seem to get rid of. We've had good success with that. Sarah, did you allow me to share my screen?
Absolutely.
All right, let me see what we can do here. Let's see, where are we? All right. Can everybody see that?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
All right, hold on, let's try that. How about now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, excellent. All right, let's go here. Oops. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. There we go. Is it back?
Yes.
Okay. So to kind of walk you guys through the website a little bit is, as it says, we want to focus on the living rather than on challenges on the body. We want to show you a couple people we work with have a wide variety of neurological conditions, such as spinal cord, traumatic brain injury, MS, cerebral palsy, post-stroke. It's really open. This gentleman here is Drew, and as you can see, we are, all right, hold on here. This is our equipment. This is the sleeves right here, and as you can see, they're lightweight, very comfortable. He's also wearing shorts that has the built-in electrodes right into it. He is a C3, C4, I do believe, spinal cord injury, and he went to the University of Michigan after his spinal cord injury, and he did all his rehab and therapy utilizing the wearable therapy, not going to physical therapy, not because he didn't want to, not because he didn't believe in it. because he, as a full-time student, just did not have time. And you can tell here that we don't have a whole lot of wires, just there's one wire there and one wire coming there to the box here, the stimulator here, that helps with the stimulation. We are located in Michigan, which is a little bit of ways away from Arizona, but with modern technology and everything, we've done everything through Zoom, kind of like you guys are doing right now with your virtual support groups.
I only see the main screen that says.
Yeah, so I only see your home page right now.
Oh, you can't see Drew?
No.
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 All right, let's see what we can do here. Thank you for that. Let's How about now?
No.
All right, we're having technical difficulties here, huh? I'm going to stop the share here and try it again. All right, what do we see now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we see it now.
Okay, so if I change it to this, do you see
Yes.
Drew?
Yeah.
All right. I apologize for that. All right. So I will go back, and this is Drew. He's wearing our sleeves, both arms, and our shorts in this picture. And like I said, he did not go through any other physical therapy than the wearable therapy. We'll go down here. As you can see here, we can make it for any part of the body that is needed, from the vest here to the arm sleeves to a belt to even the individual for your hand. Because a lot of times people have difficulty with the strength of their hands to pick things up or pinch. We have the bio shorts, which does strengthening for the butt muscles and the leg muscles. And then we have the lower leg muscles. One thing about our bio vest, this assists in maintaining proper posture for people that have to sit in a wheelchair most of the day. I see some of you instinctively sit up straighter when I mention the word posture, so you've all been trained in the posture word, haven't we? And so most people, especially after like a spinal cord injury or any kind of neurological condition, the back muscles get very weak. And when they get weak, they can cause all sorts of problems. What our vest does is help stimulate these muscles to work on that posture.
Wow.
And as I said, here's a whole list of all the different areas and the fancy muscle groups that we can help. As I said before, this is custom made, so we can make it for people of any size. This is a little girl that is full wearable therapy right here. She's got a little bit of everything going on, and each was made specifically for her with the electrodes built right in.
Wow.
Here is Drew again, and he will wear the wearable therapy. I don't know if you can see through his pants here, the indentation, but he is wearing this while he is doing the standing to help assist with the standing.
Wow.
Ooh.
And
Cool.
like I mentioned before, we've had great success with pain and spasms too. There's a couple more of Drew here. There's one thing. So this is Drew's legs right here. Now, if you look at these legs, they look more like a linebacker on a football team's legs than they do someone that's got a complete spinal cord injury. And if you look how much muscle tone he does have in those legs, that is all from the wearable therapy.
Wow.
So if you haven't noticed, Drew's kind of our poster child. We got to Drew relatively quickly after his injury to, the sooner we can get to people, the better it is, but that doesn't mean that's the only way to help people. Some of you may have heard of Jessie here. She's kind of a rock star. She actually races these, I don't even know what they're called, the Polaris there. And she travels around the country racing these. So she doesn't have time to do therapy all the time either. So she uses the shorts and the lower leg wearable therapy 8 hours a day at night. So she's actually getting therapy while she sleeps. And it's fully comfortable, takes care of her pain and spasms. She's told us in the past that the days she does not have her shorts are the worst days she can hardly get through because of the pain and spasms.
Wow.
So here she is, working on wakeboarding maybe. And there she is racing her vehicle there. She has YouTube videos out all the time on how to put the garments on. They're very simple. I don't know if many of you guys have had maybe FES bike training with the electrodes there. This only takes 3 to 5 minutes to put on the garments. All right, let's go. So the wearable therapy also can be used to do certain activities too, to help assist with activities. Like this gentleman here is playing the guitar. And every single person who uses our therapy goes through an evaluation first and foremost to determine if it's going to work and exactly what can be done for them. So we will set up everything through Zoom initially for the evaluation. We send a test kit out that helps determine if electrical stim will help or not. We will then, we're FDA cleared, so we have to have the doctor's approval. Your doctor will be on board with this the whole time. Then we do the tailored fitting to make sure that everything's situated for what you need, and then we do periodic updates or touching base as needed. And as stated here, you get to increase therapy time up to, like I said, 8 to 12 hours a day. No wires, or very limited wires, hanging around. And as you can see here, this gentleman's using the vest, and these electrodes right through here have been specifically made for what he needs. And he's still able to do exercises and work while he does it. So,
Hey Josh, you said something about how up in the beginning you can wear them and they actually assist you to do things. How does the device make it easier? By opening up the grip of the hand maybe a little bit more because of the electrodes, or?
well, a lot of times, let's say post-stroke or even traumatic brain injury, one side, one arm is not being used as much or cannot be used as much as another. Like we just had a gentleman recently come in who was 7 or 8 years post-TBI who had 5% use of his left arm. And by using the sleeve, like right here, it was able, first of all, to relax the tone in the arm to get it to relax, and then to stimulate the contractions of the arm, which did allow the hand to open up and perform, and he went from using his arm 5% of the time to 50% of the day with wearing the sleeve in less than 18 months. And that was 7 or 8 years after his initial injury. So that one we did not get to right away, obviously, and still had very good results. And he's still using it. And just like Drew, who I showed you, he has 10 years of using our product and still uses it every single day.
Now, is there any certain activities that you could do wearing them that you probably shouldn't be doing while wearing them? Maybe that are too strenuous or?
Obviously, I would say swimming.
Right.
But no, if let's say if somebody has full use of their arm and it's just weak, then wearable therapy would not be necessarily for them because they're able to do, weights or things like that. It's just more of a weakness. This is for extremely weak and unable to do normal exercises or activities without it.
Okay.
And the material is very easy. It's just very washable. You just put it in the sink with some soap and let it soak and then towel dry it. We give you all full instructions on how to clean it. The electrodes do not wear out. We've had people go 5+ years using it every day and not have to change electrodes. All it takes is just putting the gel inside the pouch and the electrode is magnetically put in place, so you don't have to worry about moving it into place each time. You don't have to worry about replacing it. You don't have to worry about the location of it. It's all built right into the garment.
Awesome.
Yep, so now I would, if there's any questions anybody has, we can open it up to questions. Sarah?
I have a question.
Yes.
I was wondering, does it help prevent contractures at all?
Not necessarily prevent them, but it assists in keeping them down. Because if the contracture is by tone, by muscle tightness,
Yeah.
it will help relax the tone and the muscle tightness. It will not make the joint work better, but it will relax the muscles around. So if somebody has a contracture, let's say contracture, they go to therapy and they get 30 to 40% better during therapy, but then they go home or away from therapy and they lose everything they gained during therapy. This would allow them to maintain what they gained in therapy, and the next time they go to therapy, they're not starting backwards at all. So it'll help relax the muscles that contribute to the contracture, but a lot of times contracture is in the joint and it will not cure the contracture.
Right. I wasn't thinking of curing, just maybe stopping it from getting worse and
Yes, we
also
had
that.
success with that for sure, of stopping it from getting worse.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
A while back, I had a frozen shoulder
Mhm.
that I went to physical therapy for, and it took like 2 years for it to go away. And just with physical therapy and like grassing and all that stuff, it really helped out a lot. And then I got cupping on my back because I still have pain in the back of my shoulder a lot, and cupping helped that. But after like not going to physical therapy, it still like bothers me and stuff, and I use a TENS unit and that makes it go away sometimes, but it always comes back. That's the one thing that kills me about it. So
Wow.
Yeah, how long are you using the TENS?
like half hour and then I stop, and then I use it a couple times when I do use it. I haven't used it in a while as much, but it does help.
Yep, and that's the same similar concept with the wearable therapy, except you could wear the wearable therapy 8-10 hours a day. And I know with low back pain in particular, like I suffer from low back pain. So similar, you have shoulder pain, I have back pain. I wear the bio belt when my back is bothering me 8 hours plus a day if I have to. And then I have relief without the belt for a long period of time afterwards. So that is a possibility that the more you wear it, the more you won't have to wear it too. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But yeah, we can definitely make a custom for the shoulder.
Now, is it like suitable for people with spinal cord injuries?
Is it what?
Is it suitable for someone with a spinal cord injury?
100% absolute. Do you have a spinal cord injury?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay. What level?
I'm an incomplete T4, and then my L4 and L5 are messed up.
Okay. And I'm guessing that you probably have some pain and spasms.
Yes, I do.
No,
As a matter of fact, I'm having a spasm right now in my just below my T4 area.
okay. Yep. So like I said before with here, let's see if we can find it again. So like I said, Drew was a spinal cord injury. Jesse down here was a spinal cord injury. Where is she? There she is. You guys can see that, right, Sarah?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
So where are, you said your spasms are about T4?
Yeah, I get them, especially if I touch that T4 area to trigger a spasm.
Yep. So our bio vest is made specifically to help with that. So one reason that the your T4 area will go into spasm is because of weakness in the back muscles, which puts us in a poor posture again, which puts stress on those muscles. And when those muscles are stressed, they go into spasm. So as you can see this, let's see if I can find it. I had it up here a second ago.
And also, is this covered by Medicaid or Medicare?
So that is the elephant in the room right there is no, it is not.
Oh,
We've worked with auto, work comp, vocational rehab, TRICARE. We work a lot with the VA to get them to pay for it. We work with foundations to help with payment. But if you were to do a self-pay, then through the AxioBionics Charitable Foundation, we could offer you 30 to 50% off from it based on your situation. So we do offer affordable discounts. And then also if you wanted to finance through the company we use, it's 2 years, zero interest financing. And it becomes very reasonably priced. But the way we look at it is the first year, you would spend probably $1.50 per hour of rehab on it based on the cost and how much rehab you'd get out of it. And then the second year, it's 75 cents per hour. And then the third year, it's 37.5 cents per hour. And then after that, it's free because you've had it paid for that time. So yeah, I mean, honestly, we would love to be able to get every single person that needs it in it. That's our goal. We are fighting tooth and nail with insurance companies to have them see that we are actually saving them money if they would pay for our wearable therapy because of, maybe you wouldn't have to be on as many medications because your spasms and pain are down. You'd be able to do more with your life and have less medical costs because your pain and spasms are down and you're stronger. So yeah, we are working on it. It's a process. As many of you guys know, dealing with insurance companies, nothing's ever easy, especially Medicare and Medicaid.
yeah, especially bureaucracy type insurance of such.
You are correct.
I have a hand raised by iPhone. I'm not sure your name, but hello, thank you. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you now.
Does it help someone? I have MS.
Yep.
And I've had it for a while, and I can move. I have some weakness, and I have a lot of spasticity, particularly on my right side. But I've been pretty active all my life, and so I'm in better shape than most people. But I don't know if it helps with someone with a condition like MS, what affects the nerves. It does.
So can you see my screen here that says triple flex?
Hang on. Yes, I do see that.
Okay. Are you currently still ambulatory? Can you walk?
Yes, with a rollator. Yes, I can.
Yep. So we have also developed a triple flex, and this helps with hip weakness, knee weakness, and foot drop. So I'm going to show you, if you guys don't mind. We'll see if I can pull this off. Wendy talks about how triple flex works. So I'm going to play a quick video on how it works so you have a better understanding, okay?
Thank you.
Yep. Can you guys see that?
To understand
Yes.
why I developed triple flex, you have to understand the nature of central nervous system disorders like spinal cord injury, multiple sclerosis, or even traumatic brain injury. Many of these patients have a condition known as foot drop. But unfortunately, a lot of those patients also have hip drop, wherein the hip flexors are extremely weak and the patient is unable to lift the leg from the ground.
With MS, fatigue is a #1 concern for me. It really has limited my ability to deal with my gait evenly, and my right leg has been doing 80% of the work because my left leg suffered from my loss of my extensor muscles, and so that's made it even more difficult for me.
Many patients often reject ankle-foot orthoses, mainly because they're uncomfortable or they're very restrictive.
I've tried other AFOs in the past, but they've been very uncomfortable and very constricting, and they didn't lift my hips.
So I knew I had to develop something that would give the hip more activity than otherwise it could on its own. But one of the benefits of triple flex is that it's very open and flexible, and the elastic bands actually add energy to the step, lifting the leg from the ground as the patient walks. Now, most patients with hip drop cannot do that. So the system adds the appropriate amount of lift to clear the ground. That's something ankle-foot orthoses cannot do. One of the more common complaints I hear from patients is the fact that they cannot wear differing shoes when they're wearing AFOs. Now with triple flex, however, you're able to wear just about any shoe you would like, and it allows the ankle, the knee, and the hip to be as flexible as possible to maximize biomechanics.
Well, some orthotics have helped with lifting my toes. The hip flexion is a major component of triple flex. It makes a huge difference in my level of fatigue and balancing my gait and coordination. It allows me to have much more flexibility in walking.
Very impressive.
Does that help?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
way better than me trying to talk through it. How's that?
Yeah, I have both foot drop as well as toe drop, so it's kind of hard to. So getting the extra help with my hip will help that entire process for me. So I'm excited about your technology.
And you can see the difference in that young lady's gait and walking
Right. Yep.
without. And the neat thing is there's two different attachments, one that can go in the shoe and one outside the shoe. So have you had AFOs in the past?
I have. I've used the Bioness, the old Bioness 500, I think it was. And it did help.
Absolutely, but you were probably limited in what you could wear and how often.
Right.
Yep.
Yes, that's correct.
Yep. So this, you can dig out of the closet all your old shoes that you haven't been able to wear for years and go dancing.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And as far as your spasms, is that in the same leg as you're having the foot drop?
Yes, yes.
Yep. So is that lower leg or upper leg?
It's upper leg. It's
Okay.
thigh, but I sometimes get it on my toes actually. So the foot drop.
Yep. So we could also, in addition to the triple flex, the lower, I showed you guys the lower leg wearable therapy too. Would be
Wonderful.
better for spasms and stuff.
Great.
Josh, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, where can you buy these special things, the garments and whatever?
Because we don't sell them at stores or anything like that. So each one has to have a special evaluation to make sure that it is appropriate and the right thing for you.
Okay.
And that is a great question because it segued right into where I was going next. So it's like we planned this. We're a tag team.
Thank you.
If you go to our website, which is www.AxioBionics.com, and go to our therapy, the first tab here, and just go down to evaluation. And you'll see right here, it says to request the evaluation, simply fill out the form. You click on that and it's a very simple couple questions and just describing on what we could work with you on. And you hit send or submit request. And if you want to put my name, Josh, at the very end, that'll highlight where you heard about this. And then we would set up a phone call individually with you to talk through what your needs are and what we can offer you.
Thank you.
Yep, and then we will take it from there as far as we get the paperwork in and get your doctor involved, because the doctor needs to be involved at every step of the way. We're not, that's why you won't see us on the shelf, any of this to sell, or an infomercial at 2 a.m. when you can't sleep trying to sell something. No, everything's on the up and up with that, and we have to have the physician approval on everything.
Josh, I saw on the website there were people who have amputations that were using them. Were they using them to strengthen that I think it was a lower extremity, so I think it was a leg,
Yep.
or do they also use it for phantom pain? And have you guys tried to use it for phantom pain? Since I know like muscle stimulation and TENS units are used for phantom pain.
Yes, so with amputations, it can be used in multiple ways. It can be used to strengthen the residual limb. It can be used for improving circulation to that limb, to get out swelling, and also absolutely for phantom pain. Now, each phantom pain is unique and different, so it's not 100% foolproof. You put this on, you won't have phantom pain. If that was the case, man, I'd be flying high in this world. But we have had success with treating phantom pain with that.
Okay.
Like I, this is not a guarantee. If you get this product, you're going to be 100%. That is why we do the evaluation and give a trial period before anything is agreed upon. So it is literally a try it before you buy it scenario. There will be no unknowns before you buy it. We try to take away every unknown there is, so you guys know exactly what you're getting. And that trial period may last 2 to 4 weeks just to make sure that it is appropriate for the person. Because the last thing we want to do is sell somebody something or have them invest in something with us it just doesn't work. So we definitely try to take all those variables out.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Following up on amputation and limb loss, is there any situation where your technology might be beneficial for somebody who has a congenital limb difference as opposed to limb loss? Developing limb, or I'm not trying to say regrow, okay?
Right.
But circulation, muscle tone, things like that, where that physical asymmetry gives a disadvantage in actually developing anything to begin with.
Are you talking like in cerebral palsy, something like that?
Brachydactyly.
Okay. Like you said, we're not, claiming to regrow or anything like that. But if they do suffer from tone or spasms or atrophy, if they respond to electrical stim, then most likely we can do something. Now, not everybody or every condition responds to electrical stim. So that is why we would do the evaluation to see if they responded to the electrical stimulation. Now it may not, the electrical stimulation may not respond enough for strengthening, but it may for the tone and spasms and things like that. So it is an indication for use, absolutely. But that is where the evaluation would determine exactly the extent of help it would achieve.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, Sarah, I can't hear you. There you go.
Thank you. Awesome. Do you guys have any more questions for Josh?
No,
Patient so far.
but thank you.
Yep.
Awesome. So thank you guys all for joining us. Josh, thank you for joining us on our virtual adventures. This was recorded and it will be on our YouTube and on our website in case you forgot anything and you need to go back and remember maybe an answer to one of your guys' questions.
Cool.
Or if you guys want to share this with anyone else that may benefit from this information. Next week, we are going to have Ranger Terry from Lake Pleasant. We're going to do a Lake Pleasant Discovery Center tour, hopefully desert tortoise feeding as well. And then the next week, the last week of August, we're going to have Wild at Heart come with all of their owls that they are rehabilitating.
Yeah.
And they're going to talk about how they rehabilitate the owls and send them back off into the wild. And then we're hopefully going to have a bunch of adapted athletes and outdoor recreation spotlights coming up in September.